Beyond the chat, we're not just talk. Beyond the chat, we're not just talk. Beyond the chat, we're not just talk. Beyond the chat, we keep it plain, we keep it real, we really get down to it. You know the drill, from the bottom to the top. Stay tuned, make sure you stay locked. We go beyond the chat. We're not just talk. Beyond the chat. We're not just talk. Go. Okay. I just had to make sure it was working. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Yeah, it's working.
You think it's working?
It's working.
I mean, I'm just saying. Why you had to move the camera so my shirt can't? Oh, there it go. They call us the faithful, baby. Like, where your Buccaneers shirt?
I don't need no Buccaneers shirt to represent.
Well, you ain't no real fan then.
Okay.
I'm just saying. Listen, people. I didn't pull out everything I have. You know what I'm saying? I didn't pull out everything.
But the earrings, the backpack, the cup, the bracelet, the t-shirt, I think that's enough.
I'm just saying. Okay, I ain't show my watch. Boom. Okay.
And the watch.
I got 49ers watch. You know what I'm saying? San Fran all day. I got the 49ers bracelet. Y'all see them that SF on there. You know what I'm saying? Check that. Boom. I got the matching earrings. Y'all see that? You know what I'm saying? My baby bought me 49ers backpack. Y'all see? I got the 49ers mug. Y'all see that? Read them in week. Come on now. San Fran. I got the t-shirt on.
Some dust on the mug?
No, don't play. Don't play.
There's some dust on that.
Ain't no dust on there. It probably done washed it so many times. That's what you see. You know what I'm saying? I done got that John in there, you know what I'm saying, so many times because I'm a 49ers fan. You know, I ain't pull out my jersey. I got 49ers socks. I got 49ers pajamas, 49ers blanket, hat. I got 49ers mask. Let me keep going. I mean, anything that there is to have, I think I got it.
Everything except 49ers weave.
You ain't got no 49 weave. That's going a little too far. I might, put a little 49ers little thing in my hair for the game when we go to the Super Bowl this year. Don't do it. Do not do it. Say nothing. All I'm saying is,
because they can go to the Super Bowl.
And watching in the stands. Don't try to be funny.
I wasn't gonna say nothing about them being able to buy tickets because they're well off.
Whatever. I wasn't gonna say How many times have the Bucks been to the Super Bowl?
We're not even gonna say.
Exactly, because
they've been to the Super Bowl many times. They probably may have not played in the Super Bowl, but they have been to many Super Bowls.
I'm sure they have, sitting right in the stands. They probably can't even. I wouldn't even let them in the dang
sitting
Super Bowl.
In the stands, like you and me,
like the rest of the fans,
and you and me.
All I'm saying is, the 49ers have been to the Super Bowl quite a few times.
I don't say it like that. They've been there 20 times.
Come on. Ain't no team been there 20 times. Who been there 20 times? Exactly. But they've been there enough times. They got enough rings for a whole hand. How about that?
How about it?
How many rings does the Buccaneers have?
They have a bunch of rings.
Yeah. Super Bowl rings?
Onion rings.
Wedding rings.
Tide rings. Wash out that with a tide,
Yeah, that's about
dirty
all the
rings.
Mm-hmm, that part. Anyway, listen, if you are joining us on Facebook, YouTube, beyondthechat.com, we thank you for joining us. We in here clowning, having a good time on a Sunday. Your girl is repping for them Niners, baby. I am a 49ers fan from the heart. You know what I'm saying? I got the shirt on. I got the earrings on. I got the watch on. I got that bracelet on. I got the
49ers mug. Y'all feel me? I got what else I got? What else I got? What else I got? I got the 49ers backpack. And somebody tell me, yeah, I had to bring out the jersey. So
not me.
I said, can I put my jersey on my shirt? You're like, that's not necessary.
Well, it wasn't really, but I didn't say, yeah, I have to bring out a jersey.
You were kind of acting like you was hating a little bit.
I ain't put all that in there, though.
But you did have a little bit.
That's extra.
But you did have a little bit of hate in your voice.
No, I don't have no hate. I like the San Francisco 49ers.
Because they be doing their thing.
Okay.
Oh, he trying to move on. Now, we was talking about the Buccaneers and all that stuff. Then he want to talk about it for a long time. Oh, we was talking about the Saints.
How long did we talk about the Bucs in this segment? I guess because there's not that much to talk about.
Exactly.
Anyway, they're doing well, and they need to get on their behinds with this dang game.
That part. Ain't much to talk about. Say that again.
They need to get on it with this game they playing.
They really do. Listen. Okay, let me just be clear. I'm not a hater of the Buccaneers. I'm just saying, I don't know how many times I've tried to like be on their team, be on their side, be there. Okay, I live in Florida. Let me just, let me rep for the Buccaneers, and then
Well, in a nutshell, we would just blame it on you being a woman scorned.
Okay, that's what you want to call it.
I think that's a good way to put it. A woman scorned.
But
some things, which goes to our topic today.
That is very true.
Boom.
Our topic today is sometimes you have to give it up and let it go.
There's certain things you give up, let go, and there's certain things you hold on to. So what we gonna do about that?
Well, I mean, let's talk about it. First of all, shout out to my mama. She in the chat.
What's up?
Yes. So we're talking today about learning when to give something up and let it go. So if there is something that you can think about that you need to give up and let go, then chime in, chat with us. We want to hear from you, hear what you're talking about. We want to talk back to you, and have a conversation. So let's talk about it. First, I want to jump into my thought of the week. So I want to get that out the way. My thought of the week is it hurts to let go, but sometimes it hurts even more to hold on.
Especially depending on what you're holding on to.
Absolutely. Sometimes when you feel like you've been doing something for so long, you get so used to being in that space, dealing with that person or dealing with that situation or going to that job or, whatever it is, driving that car, you get to the point where you become numb to it. Mm-hmm. But is it really healthy for you?
Yeah, you create habits, and it's just, you're just like in life, you create good habits, you create bad habits, and some stuff you get so used to doing it, like you say, it's just become the norm.
Right.
And when it becomes the norm, it becomes your life, and you don't see or open yourself up to anything that's better.
That is so true. And you don't know, you don't give, like you say, you don't open yourself up to things that's better, and you don't give yourself a chance to learn what is out there that could possibly put you in a better situation because you're just dealing with it. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about it today. So we're talking about knowing when to give up and let it go. So I had a couple things, just light things to talk about, and then we're going to make it, get a little more serious about it. So basically, when you have to use pliers to turn on your television or use a hanger for your antenna,
you got to let it go. now, I'm just going to say this, because now, this day and time, you should not have to use a dial for your TV. All right. So even if you don't have to use pliers, foil, a hanger that you done, made an antenna,
right,
or get in front of the TV and
and look like the photo from Good Times.
That's a good pick. Perfect picture. Stay there, Johnny. Bro, I need your leg. Nah.
Oh, you put your ladder in the middle of the living room, and you sit there, and you got to hold the antenna for the whole game.
Up to the ceiling.
Now. Yeah, it's time to let that go.
They think the antenna is as a satellite on the moon or something.
Exactly. It's time to let it go. So when you done halfway beat yourself into retardation because you aren't ready to take your weave out, It's time to let it go.
Yeah, you gotta
okay.
let that go.
You seen them girls be standing in line while they in the supermarket or waiting for their food or wherever they at, standing outside their car, get in their car, talking to you and everything while they on the phone. You think they playing the drums. No, they beating themselves in the head because they weave is itching.
Right. Well, I think part of that is they don't let something else go.
That part.
They're trying to make up for that.
When your hairline start way back here because you done put too much weave and glue in your head.
Well, I'm glad you added that because you put too much weave and glue in your head and not just your hairline start way back here. Well, I'm about halfway from way back here. But anyway, I cut mine low so it's not. At least I don't start my weave back here and then be like a horse.
Exactly. That part.
Well, some people be obvious.
Yeah, some people are obvious.
I remember I running track.
Listen, I remember I went to a hair salon one time. I was waiting in the chair trying to get ready to get my hair done. And the lady that was doing hair, she had a lady in her chair. And I'm trying, you know how you be seeing something, you be trying not to look, you be looking out the corner of your eye like what's going on. You don't want them to see you seeing them or see them to see you watching them. I am not lying. The lady had about this much hair. And it was in the middle of her head. She had an alfalfa sprout. And the lady had a whole bag full of weave. I'm talking about she was pulling weave out bags. I mean, she probably spent about $200-$300 on weave. And I'm saying to myself, how in the world is she going to put all that weave in that little teeny sprout? Baby, when she was done, homegirl, you couldn't tell homegirl nothing. She had weave for days.
And glue for
days. I mean, that glue was so packed on her head, wrapped around her forehead. I said, that's why the lady ain't got no hair.
Mm-hmm. And then you wonder why.
Right. Why she beating herself 3 weeks later? Because listen, I have, you may not be able to tell right now, but I have a thick head full of hair.
Of real
hair. And
that she didn't have to buy.
Listen, and I do not understand how these girls that have a whole bunch of hair are able to put that stuff in their head and keep it on there. It make your body temperature go up.
Yeah, and it pulls your real hair out.
It pulls your real hair out. I don't want none of that. So, but that's the key because it pulls your real hair out. Mm-hmm. Then you just keep on going back, buying some more weave and replacing it.
I think that's it. They have good hair, and then they be good haired at it, and then next thing you know, they start putting that in there, and then they'll take it out to give their hair a breather, and then they're so used to having the stuff in and feel like they look better, or they get more dog hollers at them. So where it's like, oh shoot, I ain't getting this with my real hair, so I'm putting this other stuff back in there, and they get used to it and just never go back
and be swinging for days. You go, girl. I can't do it. It make my body temperature go up. I already, get hot easily, but I feel like to have all that extra in your head, oh my goodness, I'd be done lost my mind.
I've never been into the weave thing, but what I don't like to see is when somebody put the stuff in their hair and it's down to the ankles or to the knees. Yeah. I'm like, really?
Yeah. You doing too much. If your natural hair don't grow that long, please stop.
Right. Well, you gotta swing it to sit down. Really?
Yeah, you have to scoot your skirt under when you want to sit down, or some men when they sit down, they pull their pants legs up a little bit just to give them some room in their legs and thighs and stuff. When you got to swing your hair round to the side to get so you don't sit on it and they come out your head.
Exactly. And when you got to wrap it around your neck 3 times just to use the restroom. Come on now.
You need to give it up and let it go. Okay, listen. When you have to put a whole bottle of clear fingernail polish on your stockings because you got 55,000 runs, when you don't use the whole bottle of fingernail polish to stop the runs on your stockings, it's time to give them up and let it go.
Because all I'm saying is the polish costs more than the stockings. So
at this
does that make any sense? Exactly. Or are you losing sense?
Right. At this point, yes, the polish costs more than the stockings. So when you use the whole bottle on that one pair of stockings, you need to go ahead and buy you some more. Yeah, okay.
Don't invest like that.
Yes. When you have to push your car to jump in it to get it to start,
it's time to either buy a battery,
right,
another car. I mean, there's solutions.
There are solutions.
You could let it go. But it makes no sense for you to have to get up to go to work every morning and you call cousin, uncle, best friend. But hey, dog, man, I just need you to come over here and push me one more time, just so I can. I got to stick shift. I got to stick shift.
Be at work
just so I can get to work.
Yes. You need to give it up and let that go.
Yeah, or take it to the shop and or pay them brothers that keep coming over. Something, give them
Yes.
something to, give them something else. So they probably just got off work, or they can't go to sleep in the morning because they know you're gonna call
They know
them.
you're
Like,
gonna call them,
still,
come
you gonna
put, yeah,
call
help them
me,
help you push your car.
push the car down the hill. So you
Okay.
can get going.
When you have to fold a piece of cardboard or a piece of paper to put it under your table leg or your chair leg to keep it from wobbling,
Mhm.
it's time to let it go.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's options.
You sitting like this trying to eat and you wasting food all over yourself because you leaning on the table or leaning in the chair and you wobbling and doing all this and you got to put a piece of paper on it to keep it stationary. It's time to let it go.
Yeah, if you got to hold on to your cup while it's on the table.
Because somebody else might lean on the table and pop your cup out of place. Yeah. It's time to
let that go.
Let it go.
Your peas start rolling off your plate. You trying to catch them. Yeah, you got to let that go.
Okay, listen. When your favorite costume jewelry turn your neck green or your finger blue, it's time to let it go.
That is not a fashion statement.
No, that is called the police, the fashion police.
Yeah, you've been busted.
You have been busted.
So what you been calling real? You got you real messed up.
Oh yes, you heard about it was a rapper that was caught purchasing some fake cubic zirconia jewelry, trying to pass it up as real jewelry. He got caught in the store, and they put him on I don't know, Instagram somewhere. They put him on social media and blasted him. Oh, he ain't had nothing to say. So listen, don't be around here wearing no fake jewelry, talking about his real jewelry, and then next time we see you, you gotta have surgery on your finger for them to get your skin color back.
Be
or
real.
Get some skin from your calf to put it on your finger so it can look like the same complexion.
Yeah. I'd rather you be real all the way and have the little things that are expensive in quality than to be big and flashy and fake.
And then be fake. Absolutely. Yes, because buy me some real diamonds. They ain't got to be big.
Right.
If they
but
nice.
You know they real.
But I know they real.
And you know that you're going to have your ear.
Tomorrow.
So
again, if your jewelry is turning your skin green or blue or purple or whatever color they supposed to be, you need to let it go. Okay. When you sit down on your couch and it feels like you sit on the floor, you need to give it up and let it go.
Because you probably are sitting on the floor. That's a problem here.
Yes.
And flipping that pillow is not resolving it.
No. And when you need somebody to you need to hold their arm, or you need somebody to grab you to lift you up out that couch.
Yeah,
it's time. It's time to let it go. 1, 2. Right.
Nope, that didn't work.
That didn't work. Yeah. You gonna call hey, Jethro, come help me get Auntie up out the couch. Yeah. Somebody got to get you out the couch.
She ain't even know she was here. She's sitting down. She in there. She in there.
Yes. So when somebody had to come get you out the couch, not off the couch, but out of the couch, you need to get that couch up and let it go.
Yeah, that does not mean that the couch is extra comfortable.
No. Okay. That means it is done, over with, and done. Finished and done.
It's like when people that fall asleep on the couch, like, that thing just sucks me in.
You got that right.
You are sleeping on the floor.
On the floor. Ladies, when you have to sew your bra because the wire that came out the side and it is scratching and cutting you up under your armpits and up on your side of your body, it's time to let it go.
Let it go.
Y'all know we got them comfortable ones though. Sometimes them bras be comfortable and you ain't trying to you got to break another one in. You got to adjust the straps and all that stuff. Listen, I'm guilty. I be trying to hold on to them because they comfortable. When you get a new bra, it don't feel the same. It don't fit the same. You got to break it in. But it's time to give it up and let it go.
Yeah, when you get to the point where you done pulled the wire out and there's no more wire.
And one side sagging.
That's no more. That's no longer support. Bras are for support. Okay, the wire is part of that support system.
Right.
And when it's gone,
when your support system is gone, you need to give it up.
Yeah.
And let it go. Yes. So, all right. So now we done talked about some funny stuff. Let's talk about some real life situations. What about work?
Yeah.
How many people out there have jobs and you know that you can do so much better? You know that you're talented. You know that God has blessed you with the gift that the world needs, the world can use, people in your community, your neighborhood, your family can use, and you haven't started it yet.
Yeah. Or you're sitting there working a job that one, you probably didn't go to school for, or you didn't train for, or you didn't, go to trade school for, is not what you went there for, but you waiting until somebody retire
Right.
or quit
Right.
to get the job that you really want because they got it.
Right. Exactly. So we have to figure out, when do we give up and when do we let go? Because it's important to know what you want out of life, number one. And number two, if you have the resources, if you have the talent, the ability to get it done, to do it, why not do it? Would you rather punch a clock for someone else and keep making them rich? Because right now we paying for somebody's mansion, somebody's Bentley, somebody's beach house and private jet plane and all that stuff. But God has given us talents that we can use to have our own Learjet.
Yep. And if you don't see it, and it's not in your psyche that, man, it's attainable, then that's where the problem starts.
Exactly.
With you.
Exactly. Yes, because believing in yourself is extremely important, because the more that you believe in yourself, the more that you seek the goals, not seek the goals, but seek the resources that you need to reach your goals. That's what I wanted to say. Seek out the resources that you need to reach your goals. Then God sees you putting in the work.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised how many doors God will open and how many times God will bless you over and over again. I sung in church this morning, and as a result of singing in church, we booked for another gig. Someone wants us to come to another service in a couple of months and sing again. So, I didn't go to church thinking that I was going to be hired to do another gig.
Yeah, it's like 3 opportunities just opened up just like that.
Just like that. And so when you are doing the right thing, when you have a mind to do right, a heart to do right, integrity, and your character speaks volumes for just being a good person, a wholehearted, wholesome person, there is no limit to what God can do in your life. And we are living witnesses to tell you that if you just trust God, step out on faith, He will open the door and you can just walk right through it.
Yeah, don't be the one person that create the limit for you.
Ooh, that was good. That was good. Do not be the one person that creates the limit for yourself, because believe it or not, you can create something that's never been in existence.
Oh, yeah.
Think Alexander Graham Bell. He said they make jokes about him. They was like, oh, he was high. I want to talk to somebody that ain't even here. But look at us now. We got cell phones and we have chat rooms and Zoom videos and we have all kinds of means of communication. But he invented something that wasn't even in existence, and now it's $1 billion industry.
Yep. And just imagine how many people are making money off of what ideas somebody else had.
Ideas someone else had. Exactly. Light bulbs. It went from, putting a light bulb in a lamp to having podcast lights and video cameras and flashlights on your phone and all kinds of lights.
Yep. LED, incandescent, all types of lights.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
headlights.
Not
hair lights. Headlights.
No, not hair lights. You say hair lights?
Yeah.
No. So there is no limit.
Yeah.
To what you are capable of, to what you are able to obtain, to reach your goals. And my grandmother used to tell me, your attitude determines your altitude. So when you have a good attitude about what you are doing, a good attitude towards people, a good attitude about growing, and a good mindset and attitude about being a better you, that determines how far you will go. Think about it. These kids in school, kids come to class and they're not acting right. Do the teacher want to call on them? Does the teacher want to stay after school to help tutor them because they're not getting it while they're in class? Does the teacher want to give them extra homework or extra classwork for extra points to make up for the F that they're getting in school? Absolutely not. They don't want to.
Yeah. And they claim to be the smartest. They think they're smarter than everybody, but they don't want to do all the right stuff to show that they're smart.
Exactly. So your attitude determines your altitude. So we have to know when to give it up and when to let it go. But we have to first say, have I given all of my time, my talent, my thoughts, my ideas? Have I put all of myself into it before I say, I'm just going to give it up and let it go? I quit.
Right. And we have too many people blaming it on somebody else. The reason why they're falling short.
Exactly.
It's either I'm going to let y'all fill in the quotes. The man is holding me down and all this other bull crap.
Right.
If you have the talent, use your talent and stop blaming other people for your shortcomings.
Absolutely. If you have the talent, nobody can hold you down.
Right. Because even if you can't use your talent in the atmosphere that you're in right now, you move to another atmosphere and shine.
Yes. We were talking about that the other day as far as like musical artists. I think about, we were talking about Nelly, the rapper Nelly, and he's been in the music industry for many, many, many years, have some great songs out there, and has been, has done very well for himself. But he's made the money. I'm sure he's made lots of money off of, rap songs and all that stuff. But it wasn't until he crossed over and did a song with a country group, the Florida Georgia Line, that he really made his mark on the music industry. Because a lot of people put people in boxes. Like you see a white singer come up and you're like, okay, either they're gonna sing country or rock and roll. It's a lot of white people out there that love R&B, that love jazz, that loves blues singing, that loves soulful singing. We were at a wedding last night and we started playing some Marvin Gaye and some Stevie Wonder and Luther Vandross and Chaka Khan and Patti LaBelle, and then white folks was dancing to that more than they was dancing to the white music.
Sure were. And they were able to request half of the songs.
Yes.
And half of the songs that they requested, it was almost like, okay, just a few people that did request were kind of dancing a little bit.
Exactly.
But when we played the songs that we felt were perfect for that crowd, man, we had them jokers moving.
They was jamming, and they would not sit down. So we can't put ourselves or put anyone else in the box. I think about, myself. I wasn't raised on country music or rock and roll or, that kind of music. But as I've gotten older and I've had an opportunity to experience that music, there are a bunch of country songs that I really enjoy listening to. I like country artists. I love a little bit of rock and roll. I love the song, Give Me the Beat, Boys, and Free My Soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll and drift away. I'm like, I love that song. So I love a lot of Blake Shelton. He's one of my favorite country singers. I mean, Billy Ray Cyrus. I love a lot of them, that, and you can look at me and tell that I'm black, right?
Yeah. And a lot of these
he's like, yeah, moving on.
These country singers, a lot of them have actually dipped into some soul and mixed that into what they're doing. And they've even pulled in a new artist, right? A new fan base.
Absolutely.
And it's like, stuff like that. If you feel like you're in a box, but you have other talents, reach out and grab those other talents and see what they can do for you. Because if you never do, then you never know.
Think about Bruno Mars. He has been absolutely amazing ever since he's been out, but he has found a new niche that is remarkable. Here you have a young man who has taking his talent to a whole nother level, and he's going back to the Motown days, the dance routines and the groups of guys. And I mean, I can't wait to go see him live.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be an exciting show, and I do like the fact that he lets his other band members shine.
Absolutely. I think that is very important to let the other band members shine, because you're not the only one that's making it happen.
Right. And that's how you keep your members, because those are some talented guys.
Yes, they are.
And if you have a few talented guys and some of them feel like, man, you know what? I can do this too. You know what they're going to do? Eventually break up, and then everybody going to do just like, Destiny's Child.
Yep.
They're going to break off and they're going to end up doing their own thing.
And then
you never really get back together until there's some kind of reunion.
Exactly. That's one thing I love about New Edition. There is no lead singer in New Edition. Now, Ralph Tresvant, he leads a lot of the songs, but Johnny Gill leads a lot of the songs. And, Ricky Bell and Ronnie DeVoe, they have like little parts here and there. But they are all very significant and very much relevant to the nucleus of the group.
Right.
I know when I see New Edition, I know a lot of times they've been on the road and Bobby Brown hasn't been with them, but I am a serious, true, diehard Bobby Brown fan. And when I go see New Edition, I want Bobby Brown to be there.
Yeah, you just get so used to the way a lot of groups came up, and there's always the lead singer. Is you appreciate when you go and actually see a concert or a group and the different talents. You get to get all the talent out of the group instead of just hearing that one person, that same voice, that same style, that you know, up front all the time. You know, it's not a bad thing for some people, but it's nice to be able to hear those other artists.
It really is. I think about going back to what you said about Destiny's Child. As far as like Beyonce, like we all know that she's Queen Bee. You know, big props to Beyonce for what she's been able to accomplish as a young woman in this music industry. But don't get it twisted. Kelly Rowland can sing her face off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she can sing.
Kelly Rowland can sing her face off. Not only that, Michelle Williams. So talking about learning or knowing when to give it up and let it go. I know that Destiny's Child is not together anymore, but Michelle Williams is a phenomenal gospel artist. Yeah. And so maybe it was time for her to give it up and move on over to the gospel industry where she could, because she has that song, Jesus say yes, nobody can say no. I love that song. Crown says, which Bobby? Wait a minute now. Yeah, you ain't gonna be coming on the podcast talking about Bobby Brown, okay? What you trying to say? Talking about the hood Bobby or what? The fat Bobby, skinny Bobby, my prerogative Bobby, every little step I take or every hit I take.
Oh,
wait a minute. You ain't gonna be talking about Bobby, okay? Because Bobby Brown is a beast. He done got sober. He ain't had a drink in about 7 years, 4 years. No, I think it's 4 years. I think he's been sober for about 4 years.
As far as we know.
You know what? All these backdoor messages you got going on. Don't be talking about Bobby Brown.
As far as we know.
I am a diehard Bobby Brown fan. I will fight y'all about Bobby Brown.
Bobby Brown and San Francisco 49.
When he talking about shots fired, whatever. Y'all are haters, okay? Y'all are haters. Y'all just mad because Bobby Brown is a good dancer, a good singer, and New Edition cannot be New Edition without Bobby Brown. You know what? Bobby Brown started New Edition. Okay, that's number one. We can go back into history. Bobby Brown started New Edition.
I've seen the movie.
That's right. So as long as you know, Bobby Brown founded New Edition.
Mm-hmm. And when he left, they were still New Edition.
They are. You know what? I do not. I give you that. Yes, with or without Bobby Brown, they are still New Edition. But you cannot tell me that you know, Candy Girl and Mr. Telephone Man are not the same without Bobby Brown singing them. And I know they transferred them to Ralph Tresvant, and Ricky Bell got some parts, but let me just say, without Bobby Brown, they ain't really got that many hits from back in the day. They might have some new hits.
Probably dance hits.
Right, exactly. I agree with that.
Because Ralph, he was the one that put all those smooth songs into play.
That is very true. So I agree with that.
He had the voice, and Bobby, he had the
dance
moves and the fire.
Every little step I take, you will be there. Every little step I make. So Crown said it's just like when they say which Luther, Lil Luther or Big Luther. Now that's true because Lil Luther, I ain't really.
Yeah, you just still knew he was Luther.
Yeah, I wasn't really feeling Lil Luther, but Big Luther,
he was a beast.
Big Luther was a beast. Big Luther with the curl that was just like half a curl. It wasn't like a whole curl. It was like a curl fro.
Yeah, like a
Prince curl. A afro curl.
Crow.
He had a curl fro. Yes. Yeah, Big Luther. I like Big Luther. That's like, okay, let's talk about Oprah. If we're gonna talk about Oprah, we gotta talk about Big Oprah or Little Oprah. Which one you like?
I ain't sorry. She may cut our show. She know people.
Yes. Okay. Well, let's not talk about Oprah.
She may shut our restream. She may buy restream to shut us down.
She may buy it to shut us down.
That's how y'all want to do it, little people.
Yeah, that's how Oprah rolls. She do roll like that.
We don't have enough fans that's gonna be like, nah, we ain't gonna let them do it. We ain't gonna let them do it. Our fans be like, oh, I guess we'll look at reruns. We'll see it. Catch y'all on YouTube.
That is so true. Yeah. Okay. My mama said, "Don't talk about little big or little Luther." Look, you know that little Luther when he's it's just something about I don't know. Is it the fact that you just don't see people the same when they lose a lot of weight or when they gain a lot of weight? You fall in love with who they are or what they bring to the stage at that point.
I mean, know what? I think part of it is you fall in love with the healthy version of what you've come accustomed to for so long. Same thing with Whitney is you fell in love with the healthy version of Whitney because when she lost all that weight and started doing all that extra stuff, you sat there and said, wow, I'm not feeling this.
That is so true.
And you kind of disconnected a little bit just to sit back and watch to see if she's going to come back. And she just spent out of control. And unfortunately, we lost her.
That is so true. I like you, I feel the same way. I grew up on Whitney and Mariah and just watching them throughout their lives, the changes that they have been through. When Whitney, the last couple of award shows that she sung at, I'm like, oh my gosh, she can't even hit those notes that you're waiting. You sit on the edge of your seat waiting for those certain notes. And it's like she can't even hit that. She's pointing the microphone out to the crowd. Everybody wants to sing along, but we want to hear Whitney.
Right, that richness, that power, that true grit.
Exactly.
And I think Crown trying to start something.
It was Bobby Falk.
I think you're trying to start something.
Okay, when this podcast over, we coming over there. You're gonna leave. He talking about it was Bobby Falk. It was his prerogative.
A long time ago. He started it.
Okay, first of all, let me just say, clear the air again. It was the confession came out that it was not Bobby Brown that started Whitney on drugs. It was her brother. So I'm just saying. Oh, what? No. There you go. Is that the right one? So yes. So Whitney Houston's brother actually introduced her to drugs. It was not Bobby Brown. I know that he was the bad boy of R&B, but
he really loved her.
He really did. He really did. Oh, you finally had something nice to say. Because you and Crown going back and forth talking about Bobby. I don't appreciate that.
No, play the tape back. Play the tape back.
Yes, he really did love her. And it's very sad to know that he lost not only Whitney, then a year later, he lost his daughter. And then just last year, he lost his son, all to drugs.
That's crazy.
All to drugs. And I'm thankful, on a serious note, I am extremely thankful that he has found love in a new wife and has some beautiful kids with her, and he is now sober.
That's awesome.
Yes, I would love to see them 10, 15 years from now back on stage again, still healthy, still doing their thing.
Right, which brings to point when it's time to let stuff go.
Yes.
Let it go. Don't wait too late
right.
to let stuff go. Don't let it get to the point to where you lose loved ones
right.
to finally realize this is not the path for me.
Exactly.
Let it go now while you can.
Absolutely. And I feel it's so much easier to choose good, to choose love, to choose right, to be that light. Sometimes TW and I compete as far as loving each other. Always he want to be the first one to tell me he loved me. I want to be the first one to tell him I love him. And it just feels really good to just have that type of desire and that type of, drive. Good word. Thank you. That type of drive in your relationship, not only with, husband and wife, it can be your brother, your sister, your children, your parents, your sister, whoever it is, your brother. It's important to know that, being angry at somebody or shunning somebody or treating somebody wrong or indifferent or bad, give it up, let it go. Because guess what? The more that we sit and have our minds and our hearts thinking about how we can, get on somebody's bad side or cause a fight or start an argument or piss somebody off or be mean or be nasty or be combative or whatever it is, that animosity is eating away at our mind and our brain and our heart and our health.
Exactly. You're the one that's going to end up with a heart attack because you're stressed out and you're putting those bad vibes in your body.
Exactly. So knowing when to give it up and let it go. that is our show for today. We hope that something that we said was fun, enlightening, educational, and made you think. So think on this week. What do you need to give up and let go? Crown says, but if you let it go, it'll look like another love TKO.
I kind of like that.
I know. Looks like another love TKO. You are throwing out all these songs. You gotta sing it. We're gonna have Crown back on the show. For those of you who do not know, look up Crown. Only he can say it. I can't say it. Crown. Only he can say it good. I mess it up, so I ain't even gonna do it.
Check him out. Facebook, YouTube.
Facebook, YouTube. I'm sure he's on Instagram. Crown Dion, KROWN DEON. You need somebody to do some spoken word, some rap, some, talk about
support your
organization, anything. Look up Crown Dion. He's a beast on the mic, and he's our brother. We appreciate you for watching. Make sure you're here next Sunday at 6 p.m. We're going to be giving away some money, honey. So make sure you come back and play some trivia with us next Sunday at 6 p.m. and make sure you like and subscribe to Beyond the Chat. I'm your girl, Natasha Cash.
I'm T-Dub in the building.
Thank you for watching. We'll see you next Sunday. Go 49ers. Go 49ers. Go 49ers.
Come on, Bucks.
What's the score?
Come on, Bucks.
What's the score?
Come on, Bucks.
You gonna try to mute me? You gonna try to mute me? You don't want to say the score. He's got a stimulus on Beyond the Chat. I love it. Make sure you cash out for us so we can pay these stimulus.
Spread the word.
Hey.
I want to see a packed building that Sunday.
Thank y'all for watching. Peace.